Meanwhile, Tesla has made some major changes to its autopilot system following a deadly crash earlier this year. The company says version 8 of the software will rely on radars to serve as the main sensor, and it will require drivers to keep their hands on the wheel more often. Tesla CEO Elon Musk says the latest update probably could have prevented that deadly accident. CNET editor Dan Ackerman is following the latest developments. Dan, it sounds like the autopilot car now requires drivers to be touching the wheel more often. So is it really autopilot anymore?
Well, the first several generations of self-driving cars going forward for years are not going to be the point where you can just sit where you want to go and go take a nap in the back seat. It's really closer to a very advanced form of cruise control, and they want you to be sitting in the driver's seat, preferably with your hands on the wheel. And one of the big features in this Autopilot 8 update from Tesla is that it's going to start warning you if you take your hands off the wheel for too long, especially if you're on a highway. And if you keep ignoring the warnings, you're going to have to stop and turn off and restart the car in order for the autopilot to keep going.
What about other dangers in the road? Will it be able to detect those better too?
I mean, what they're doing is they're switching from, there's always been two systems in here. There's a radar system and there's a camera system that uses optical recognition to look at things and see, what they are. A road sign, another car, a turn in the road. They're switching the focus from making the camera the primary system and the radar the secondary to making the radar the primary, the camera the secondary, although in actuality, the two of them really need to work closely hand in hand to figure out what's happening on the road in front of you.
Now, Dan, this crash from earlier in the year, would this new update have prevented that crash?
I think it's impossible to say. It's certainly potentially possible, especially if you had the radar that indicated an actual object was there in front of you, because apparently the issue was the camera system saw the white truck against a white sky and was unclear on what was in the road and couldn't see the truck.
CEO Elon Musk said that he hopes that this latest version of this update will reduce the accident rate of Teslas on the road by more than half. Is it dangerous to put something out there like that?
Well, there's already a very low rate of accidents considering the small number of autopilot cars currently on the road. Remember, driving is dangerous no matter what. There are tons of auto accidents every year. There's a lot of good research that says that self-driving cars, when properly administered and you're sitting there in the driver's seat, preferably with your hands on the wheel, is actually a lot safer than strictly human-controlled driving.